Before I am asked to put more families out in the streets, I am going to require the banks to tell me one basic thing, that it is all legal, that they've done their job, and they are not asking me again to do something that's horribly unjust, and in some cases may even be illegal.
Recently, some of the nation's leading mortgage lenders, including Bank of America, Chase, and Ally Financial, have admitted to questionable practices involving foreclosures and evictions. Essentially, these lenders have not provided the necessary documentation for foreclosing and evicting residents. And until the documentations are provided and proven accurate, Sheriff Dart is suspending tenant evictions on those questionable mortgaged homes.
We have examined documents over the course of the last year, and during the course of the last year, out of about 350 different cases we reviewed, we found 17 of them had all the documents properly in there. The rest of them had notes and had other type of things put in them that said that things are missing. But as far as the things you would expect when you foreclose on a piece of property, that the mortgage is in there, that the promissory note's in there, they're not there. And what we're telling people is before more innocent families are being put out into the streets, we want the legal documents that you think should be out there.
With the amount of homes being repossessed by banks increasing, it is important to ensure everything is being carried out legally and just. A simple affidavit stating that the correct documentation is provided and procedures have been completed to ensure everything is legal and legitimate is all Cook County Sheriff Dart is asking for.
At some point, people have to start being responsible around this place, and we have to start holding people accountable. Can you imagine if any of us were pulling stunts like this, where we're saying, it may or may not be correct, and, oh, please do send us a little notice that it's being done the right way? This is so outrageous, and these poor families are being put through this day in, day out by people who don't do their jobs.
Out of 3,700 eviction orders given to the Sheriff's Office annually, a third came from Bank of America, Chase, and Ally Financial. The Sheriff's Office will continue to investigate foreclosures filed by or taken over by these banks.
It's very tricky for me to look a family in the face and say, listen, you are leaving the house you had been in for all your life. Someone may or may not have done this legally. Could be, we're not sure. This is not the lotto. This isn't something where we're rolling the dice and saying, you know what, possibly this has been done legally. Maybe it hasn't, but in the meantime, you and your children go find some place to live. Plenty of homeless shelters out there. We can't do that. And all I'm asking is you, the banks, the people behind this, tell me it's being done properly.
As Dart waits for the lender's response, deputies will carry out other eviction orders and post notices on houses affected by the moratorium.